Hi, I'm Dave Epstein. Welcome to this edition of Growing Wisdom, and it's early spring, and we're replacing some of the soil in the garden, and that's what we're going to talk about today. In my vegetable garden, between the time that fall arrives and the time spring arrives, you've got a lot of snow, you've got a lot of rain, the soil's basically bare, and a lot of it just tends to disappear and wash away, so every year I have to replace some of it. So when I add the soil to the garden, I kind of make up my own little mixture, and what we have here is this pile of basically all sorts of stuff that I've mixed together. So here are the key ingredients. Number one, we have topsoil. Number two, we have compost. Number three, we have sphagnum moss. Number four, we have perlite. We'll talk about that in a second. We also have some bark mulch that's been really broken down over the course of 4 or 5 years. And we also have a little bit of my own compost that I made, and all of that stuff's mixed together. Now, it's not mixed perfectly well because I'll continue to mix it once it goes in the garden. The perlite is the white stuff, and that's actually a mined rock material. It can be used in organic gardening, although it looks like something that came out of crushed styrofoam. It's not. It holds extra water, and that's why I like it in the vegetable garden. It's also good for containers. That way things don't dry out quite as much, and I'm able to save on my watering bill. This is the broken down bark mulch I was talking about. And you can see it's not quite soil. You can still see some pieces of bark. I can even notice there's maybe some old leaves in there. But this has been breaking down for 3 or 4 years at this point in a big pile. So I like to add this into my pile, and this helps with the organic material. I get a feeling for what I like the soil to be like. I like my soil to be loose because I grow a lot of root vegetables like carrots as well as beets and turnips, and obviously those roots need to go down, so this is all stone free. And I find that eventually any of the pieces of wood chips will break down. Don't put too much in because you don't want to create a compost pile that's too hot, but a little bit in there really does help to keep things loose. It's great for the soil structure. It's also great for all the microbes that are going to live in your soil, because soil, of course, is living, and that helps a lot. The commercially made compost also helps a little bit. So depending on whether I feel like there's enough organic material in there or not, I can add that as well. So all those different things make up my soil. Now, if you have a small garden, you can obviously just buy a bag of garden soil. That works perfectly well. But if you need 1, 2, or 3 yards of soil each year, this is a nice way to kind of make up your own, to augment it a little bit, and to be sure you have the right mix for your vegetable garden. For Growing Wisdom, I'm Dave Epstein.